everybody, this is Leia welcoming you to your reading for the week. If you were looking forward to the astrologically themed videos, I'm actually working on the monthly ones for July 2014, so that's why I found myself unable to film the ones for the week as well. But do stay tuned for the July readings though, which will be posted soon. This time around, we're doing something different from anything we've done before. It is kind of similar to some of our readings, but what I want you to do now is to pick a number from 1 to 10. Any number from 1 to 10. Make sure you choose before we proceed because your reading depends on it. You could even choose 2 numbers if you want. Just make sure you know what they are before we move on. This week, we are using one of my most favorite Doreen Virtue Oracle decks, the Angel Dreams one, which you can see in front of us. It's co-authored by Melissa Virtue. So if you're ready with your number or numbers, let's see what message has come up for you for the week. If you chose number 1, your card is Orange. Creativity, change. You are being encouraged right now to pay more attention to your desires and to engage in creative activities to express yourself. Self-expression and socializing, or how you put yourself out in the world, are a couple of points this card brings up for you. As orange relates to the sacral chakra, sensuality is another area that you're being asked to examine right now. Are there healthy outlets for you to express your sexuality and creativity? Since socializing is also associated with this card, are there any positive changes you could be making in your social life and relationships at the moment? Those who picked number 2 got Sun. Illumination, growth, God energy. I can't help but associate this card with number 19 from the major arcana of a traditional tarot deck, which is the Sun. It's a very positive card, and so is this one. It brings up matters related to growth and expansion to shining light on what was once dark. And you could take this as either a message of support if you've been feeling like you need a hand lately with issues you've been having, or as encouragement to go for something you really want, as there's a lot of energy you can pull from at the moment to help make your dreams a reality. In any case, if you've been feeling down lately, start feeling more encouraged now. It's time to do yourself a favor and allow positivity and blessings to wash over you. And if you selected the number 3, you got Angels. Support, guidance. Your message is reassurance that you aren't alone. In whatever it is you're going through, you have invisible, well, to the naked eye at least, friends there for you, and all you have to do is ask. And you don't just have company, you also have guidance available to you to see you through. If you're worried you won't be able to perceive this guidance psychically, as in clairvoyantly or clairsentiently or anything else along those lines, know that your helpers also come in physical form. The universe sends us human friends as well as those in animal form, so we have comfort available to us, even in our lowest times. Sometimes those we thought were our friends may no longer be a good match for us vibrationally, so they disappear from our lives. This may make us feel panicked if we've been friends with these people for a long time, but we can put our trust in the universe that the vacuum this creates in our lives pulls in new angels into our experience now to fill the space. And if you chose the number 4, your card is Full Moon. Completion, culmination. This is a time of endings for you. Call on whatever wisdom you've attained and use it. You're about to enter the beginning of a new chapter in your life, and in a period of transition, we usually could use some help. The full moon symbolizes pregnancy as well, so watch for any new ideas you might want to birth into the world, to give life to. In some cases, we're talking about a literal pregnancy. Stay alert for any new manifestations and ride the wave of this fresh start. Those who picked the number 5 got water. Emotions, initiation, rejuvenation. This could have several meanings. One is that, for some of you, this is an emotional time, so take this moment to process any feelings floating to the surface. This is an appropriate time to do some healing work on them, as you don't have to dig, since they're right there in front of you. For others, this is a time to rest, and there are those of you who know you're actually being urged to spend time by the water, out in nature. If that's not possible right now, try taking relaxing baths instead of showers. Use this as regrouping time instead of just a chore to get yourself clean. Another way you can look at this message is to actually dive into an opportunity you can take right now to further your dreams. And if you chose the number 6, your message comes from the card Purple. Third eye, clairvoyance. Okay, listen closely because this was a jumping card. It jumped right out of the deck while I was shuffling, so it's really trying to tell you something. This is a time when your clairvoyance or psychic sensitivity in general is revealing more of itself to you, or you're being nudged to consciously develop your natural gifts and abilities now. If you've ever been scared to do so, you can always ask the universe to show you only what's positive and for your highest good. You can declare that you're ready to use your spiritual sight and ask that you don't see anything frightening. For everyone who picked the number 7, your card is white. Source, Divinity, Enlightenment. As with the previous card, this one was also a jumping card, so it's really speaking to you. Your message involves your connection to the universe, to Source, or God or Goddess, or whatever your name is for the divine. This is your time to accept and acknowledge your divinity. If you've ever felt small, now's the time to heal your issues involving your worth. It's also a good time to begin seeing everything as sacred, including, and probably most especially, yourself, of course. Get in touch with your purity, regardless of any events or situations in your life, most likely from the past, that have triggered feelings of being unworthy or less than in you. At your core, at your essence, you are divine, and it's time to recognize that now. Anyone who chose the number 8 got the card Daydream. Imagination. Allow your mind to wander. Quiet time. This is about giving yourself permission to relax and let your mind wander, to get into a meditative state. Why is it such a big deal, you might wonder? It's because many of us, especially in modern capitalistic society, have been taught it's not good and not productive to just sit. But the thing is, the mind is very active when we get into this relaxed state. It's great for manifestation, for allowing good to come into our lives, rather than pushing and forcing. Not to mention, it does our physical health a lot of good by slowing down our heart rate if we're so used to a very hectic schedule. So get over thinking that daydreaming is just a waste of time. And those who chose the number 9, you got the card Green. Compassion, love, cultivation. Take this time to focus on your heart chakra and on healing any issues related to love and compassion. If you're feeling blocked from loving someone, for instance, yourself included, you may have to do some forgiveness work to release a lot of baggage and programming from the past. Look for ways you can inject your interactions with more love. Pay attention to the words you use and the energy you're sending out when you're communicating with others. Try consciously radiating love so that it spreads to those you come into contact with. And also, very importantly, be aware that when you love, you do it simply for the sake of loving. Giving affection or attention in order to get something in return is not love, so much as codependence. And last but not least, if you chose the number 10, you got autumn. Abundance, preparation, harvest. Your message at this time involves reaping what you've sown. This is a moment of seeing results after the work you've put in, and some of these you may actually not remember anymore, so be open to results showing up in your life that you weren't even counting on or waiting for. This is also a time of plenty, so accept the good and blessings all around you into your life. Actually assimilate them. If you're feeling rather sparse right now, tap into the abundance all around you instead of being closed to it. Sometimes, the wealth we have in our reality is simply proportionate to how much of it we're willing to allow into our experience. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If you missed the astrologically themed videos, stay tuned for 12 all new ones for July 2014 coming very soon. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet so that you see the video you're waiting for the moment it's uploaded. Have a great week up ahead. I appreciate you and send you many blessings. Bye for now and namaste.